Y'all can have sex with whoever y'all want till you're 29, then you want somebody to marry y'all. Y'all can have PTSD, gotta heal, be all these righteous women, but you don't want to deal with a broken man or a man who ain't got no money. Y'all lie consistently.
Nobody is forcing a man to do anything. Nobody is forcing y'all to be in marriages. There are plenty of men out here that say, I don't want kids and I don't want marriage. And nobody ever has pushback for them.
Nick Cannon.
I don't want kids.
You guys have an issue with Nick Cannon. You guys have a problem with Cam Newton.
Let me land. Calm down. Thank you.
Y'all are not loyal. A lot of y'all is trash. A lot of y'all don't want to perform in the household. A lot of y'all are inconsistent. That's the problem with the market. Y'all have destroyed the market because you are the market. If you want to be wives, we're going to be husbands. If you want to be whores, we're going to keep knifing you and piping you down.
What's up, YouTube? JayBReacts back in with another video. Now, if y'all already can tell by the thumbnail, yes, it's Miss Jazz Noelle, and we have a fatty Ilkan Ali Untouchable Empire panel that we're about to react to. As you already know, Jazz is a contrarian by nature. Now, I would say probably 90% of the time we don't agree with her, but I will say this time she made a few points. When I say few, I mean a few that I actually agree with. But as we all know, Jazz, this definitely turned for the worse. Let's just say it played out how we expected. I'm not gonna lie, Ilkan Ali, he definitely was cooking on this episode. I don't know if he conjured up some type of energy from his hat change, but Ilkan was on one tonight and he definitely let it be known. Let's dive into the content.
So there's nothing we can do.
But
it's something that we can do. We can do it internally.
That not my business stuff is coming from the ladies. Like when we talking about should a man take care of his kids? Yes. Should a woman take care? Man take care of his woman? Yes. Should he be a family man? Yes. Should he practice discipline? Yes. Hey man, should she watch what she does with her body? That's none of my business. Should she cheat on a man? That's none of my business. Should she go on a girl's trip instead of being home with her family? That's none of my business. It's none of y'all business when it comes to the sisters because y'all live vicariously through them and you don't want to be judged because you probably doing the same thing still. Until the sisters become most sisters become the righteous woman they're asking men to be, then it's not gonna be none of your business. But soon as it's time for a man to pick up his kids, it's everybody's business. That's what's happening. And y'all know that's the truth as well, too. When we come up here, y'all can assess and break down every situation with what makes a man a good leader and what makes a man righteous. Soon as we ask about what a good woman, a bad woman is, it's subjective.
Let me catch y'all up to speed real quick. So Jazz and Melanin Legacy had a disagreement earlier. Basically, Melanin was on the side of, if my friend's man is cheating, I'm not going to tell her. Everybody else said that you're not a good friend if you don't tell her. So that is where this conversation is leading into right now as to women not holding other women accountable.
It's not, and it's none of my business.
No, that's not about being a woman and a man. This is about relationship, but not nobody's business to be jumping in and telling and snitching and getting all up in the middle of it. Now, this ain't got nothing to do with an individual man.
Oh, you know what? Hey, should a woman be loyal to her man?
Yes.
Should women have children?
It's their choice.
Should women get married? Should women get married?
If she wants to.
Yep. Should men get married or should they have sex with women? And this is what I'm talking about. Y'all tell men, y'all, no, here we go again. Nope. And every time we switch it, y'all tell men to practice the discipline.
I said if a man chooses to get married, that's his choice. He shouldn't be.
That's what I said, choice.
He's not obligated to. And there are plenty of men out here that are.
Hold on, before y'all take the mic. No, y'all jumping. Hold on. You didn't even let me land. So you're okay with men piping down women nonstop? Y'all okay with that?
That's his choice. If he's being honest and I hurt nobody, what's the problem?
Why are these women coming out? Jazz, why you being disingenuous right now? Because ultimately, a woman would definitely say that he needs to keep his D in his pants. He needs to become an honest, faithful husband. Women would say that this type of guy is causing trauma. I would even say that guys would say that this type of guy is possibly causing trauma. So it sounds good when you say that it's equal across the board, but guess what? That's why guys speak differently than y'all do. We're okay with calling out the things that still don't sound right.
Yeah, for this part of the show, y'all saying that when y'all talk about how men are maneuvering with
you want us
Jazz, please stop doing Jazz. I didn't do that. Hey, Jazz, come on, Jazz. No, it's not what I want to believe. Y'all are coaching men on their manhood every single day and where they should put their fetus.
I'm not coaching no man.
Jazz, you see what you're doing. You see what you're doing, right? Jazz, you see what you're doing.
And Ali, and this is why you don't ask questions. You make statements.
I don't coach men.
Doesn't mean
and I do make statements. It happens as well too. But again,
your opposition is coaching by nature. You might not think you coaching, but any disagreement that you have with how a man's nature might be just biology based, you're coaching still.
We communicate to y'all exactly what's happening, and y'all refute logic and run away from it fast as possible. There's never any accountability.
Communication doesn't always have to be we're trying to demean you, Ali.
Hey, Kanisha.
I mean, that's true.
Y'all don't support men that exercise their rights with their manhood. If I'm piping down the whole community, you'd say this man is reckless. He needs to practice dick discipline. Please stop. But y'all go support your girl on OnlyFans. You'll support your girl. You'll support your girl twerking at the club. You'll support your girl be all up on Chris Brown taking pictures. Y'all are not genuine when we have these conversations. And y'all always say man. Y'all don't need, and again, y'all don't need man.
You know, a man taking a picture with Chris Brown is gonna be way different than a female taking a picture with Chris Brown. These women are still trying to get courted by Chris Brown. The guys out here just trying to get some clout saying that I got a picture with Chris Brown. It is a completely different dynamic.
Y'all don't need men. Y'all don't need men. Hold on. Y'all don't need Jazz. Let me fit Jazz. Why not let me land and respond to it? Let's let me finish first. Y'all don't need men till y'all need them. Y'all can have sex with whoever y'all want till you're 29. Then you want somebody to marry y'all. Y'all can have PTSD, gotta heal, be all these righteous women, but you don't want to deal with a broken man or a man who ain't got no money. Y'all lie consistently about these conversations that we have. The man has to come to you complete, but he can take you at half the finish line. Y'all want a full man, but you want a man to support you no matter what you're going through. Just keep it real.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep it real right now. If a man chooses that he doesn't want to be married, and he doesn't want kids, and he wants to live his life to single and have sex with whoever he wants, he should have that right to do that. Nobody is mad at men for choosing that life. What we may have pushback on is when a man acts like he wants just one woman, gets in a relationship with one woman, and then behaves like he just didn't act like he wanted to be in a relationship with that one woman.
Okay, I'm not mad at what she said right there, but I guarantee you, y'all could pull up 1,000 clips of Jazz possibly shaming a guy who is out here just sleeping with women frivolously. But to her point, I'm not mad at a man being honest.
We're saying is just be honest about what you want. If you're a man that's out here that's saying, I need a bunch of sex from random women until the day I die, then just say that. Don't approach the woman that you know wants monogamy and then get into that relationship and then go and cheat when you could have just been single. I'm here for men having their way. Have your way. But if you got a lot of kick it, if you got a lot of kick it, then you're a coward, because nobody is forcing a man to do anything. Nobody is forcing y'all to be in marriages. There are plenty of men out here that say, I don't want kids and I don't want marriage, and nobody ever has pushback for them. But as soon as a woman
Nick Cannon,
I don't want kids.
You guys have an issue with Nick Cannon. You guys have a problem with Cam Newton.
Angry man, I got you. Don't forget what you want to say, Angry man. I got you.
Let me land. Calm down. Thank you. So what I'm saying is have your way. Just be honest. Nobody is mad at y'all. Like if a man wants to just everything for the rest of his life, do that. But if you gotta lie and cheat,
you know what's crazy? If I had a village, an overly horny ass nigga wouldn't even be able to work in my village. I would have to kick him out if he trying to bust down every single female in the village. See, she's trying to be so equal across the board that you can't even be honest that certain behaviors can still be labeled as degenerate. But see, she want to just be like, oh, women can do it, men can do it, don't shame neither side. It's all across the board. Some things are okay to shame. It is what it is.
Cheat and creep around, then you're not moving with integrity. You're not even being honest with yourself. Have your way, but just be honest about it. Don't.
Let's be hypothetical because she going on a tangent. Let's say all guys say, I just want to sleep around, I don't want to get married. Women would complain that none of these guys want to actually be marriageable men. All these guys just want to have multiple women. Y'all would still complain about that. So don't act like we're okay with guys wanting to do that, the ones that do it. It's a small group of guys that even move like that.
Don't go into situations with a woman that you know values monogamy and you don't. That's selfish and that's dangerous to both of y'all, because now you live in a double life when you could literally just be honest about it. And when you're honest, there are a lot of women out here that will appreciate that and be like, you know what, I'm with it.
No,
I'm with it. I'll be in one of your
in
your rotation. Whoa.
No,
now maybe the woman that you actually want, because usually the guy that be out here slinging all that dick around like a nice little wholesome woman at home base that he could just rely on when he done throwing that dick around in the street. So he not willing to be upfront and honest with that woman. So he has to lie. And that is the issue that I take in. It's not about you having your way. It's about how you're doing it.
That's where I agree with Jazz. How you do it definitely matters. I believe that you definitely need to be honest, especially as you become older and the times that we live in is way more advanced society. You need to let people know the lifestyle that you want to live in and the lifestyle that they might want to live into. So I agree with Jazz 100% on that about the honesty part.
Let's get Angry Man and then Melanin interrupted.
Okay, so that is, let me preface this because she's going to think I'm attacking her. That's your opinion, Jazz. The truth of the matter is men have gotten attacked for not doing the typical thing that they're expected to do, which is to get married and have the 2
get over it.
and get married and have the 2.5 children and the white picket fence.
My father is one. He shamed my brothers. Now we got different dads, but he shamed my brothers every time I would tell them that they're doing good in their career, all that good stuff. They ain't got married yet. They don't have any kids. Like, he would literally do that as a shaming tactic because men still want to see men in relationships or whatnot, and it's like an underlying amount of pressure that's still put on us as well as men. It's not only women.
Literally had a few years ago a movement called MGTOW. Those dudes were shamed relentlessly. They had news articles, they did freaking news clips about it, all types of shit. They said that if men don't do what they're supposed to do, they acted like the whole society was going to collapse. You even see that with the passport bros. They're getting shamed constantly for what they do. And just like they said a second ago about Cam Newton and Nick Cannon, they get shamed relentlessly. Every time their name comes up, they talk about how irresponsible they are and how they creating broken homes and all that type of shit.
That is facts.
You can rebuttal and then Melanin.
Most of all those women are signing up for that situation. They already know who Cam Newton and Nick Cannon is. It's not a secret. So if a woman actually agrees to it, she's okay with it.
I'm saying I don't know why it's so hard to understand.
I don't know why it's hard either.
If you are a grown-ass man, you are in control of everything. You are the leader, right? No woman should be able to conform you or contort you to live the life that you want. If you are a man out here that want to have a bunch of kids out of wedlock and you want to do all of the things, if you're not harming anybody and being upfront and honest about your lifestyle, I have no problem with it.
Stop
the
lying.
only issue is when
you are lying. Stop it. Because anybody would shame a guy like that if he is moving around doing all this type of behavior. Of course, people would shame him.
You lie to get to where you are, when you betraying people to get to where you are, because there's no reason to do that when you could just be honest. My whole preface is just be honest, and I don't know how anybody can have pushback on that.
Just being honest.
Go ahead, Mel, and then Ali.
So I agree with what the angry man said. I would just like to pinpoint that if he's not being monogamous, everything that she's choosing to describe the non-monogamous man is negative talking points. You know, he's sleeping with anybody. He got kids everywhere and things of that nature. So that's all I would like.
Yeah, she is bringing up all the bad traits. I think you jump straight to the worst of the worst. Just because you're not monogamous or you want to have most women, let's say you want to create a community. You want to build all these women. You want to have them all together under some form of a covering. I still can't look at that and say that is a bad thing. I think Jazz like to go to the extremes in some of these subjects.
To say with angry man, I agree with angry man.
Can I say? Yeah, the thing with all the kids thing, we may have the way Cam, like for instance, Cam Newton, right? The fact that he has said things like, oh, women are devalued every time they have baby, but have a slew of baby mamas contributing to that problem, right? When you say certain things,
but that's like you just getting offended. It's a fact that your desire level is no longer the same.
Well, when you as a man, so why are you devaluing all these
women?
You're
listening with ears to get offended, right?
You said, why are you devaluing all these women? That makes no sense.
No, Melanin, that's not even the point I'm making, girl. Nobody's
but that is the point. Your value is not the same if you have your value with a woman with no children. That's not what I'm saying. A woman with children, the value is not the same. So his talking point is not to offend you. It's just a fact.
Okay,
but he has multiple baby mamas, though.
Okay, thank you. So
he is contributing to the pool of baby mamas.
How is he contributing when she willfully opens? They willfully open their legs. Exactly. Yes.
Now that's the point.
So if he doesn't, how is he contributing when they keep laying on their back?
That's the real
point. See how they still blaming the man and not even realize that they're blaming him when the women actually signed up to actually go through with it.
How is this Cam Newton's fault?
It takes
one second. Yeah, 1 second. I was on y'all's side and y'all literally make Mel points. As soon as we started about Cam Newton, we're talking on a negative way when this motherfucker is the most honest man. Saying, like, think about it, right? I was on Jaz's side. One second, please, Jazz. No, one second, Jazz. I was on your side. This is about the lie, right? The liar is the one that should be punished because the motherfucker lying. But Cam Newton is actually telling the truth because he has multiple baby mamas and everybody knows what type of time it is. And as soon as we put the focus on him, society and Genesis, look, he's contributing for the baby mamas and all these. Like, okay, that's what we're talking about. Yeah,
Patty, you do have a strong accent. Just being honest, when you insert your jokes, it's a little hard to understand. I'm just letting you know.
I'm not okay with it.
It's not. No, I was just saying if there is pushback on Cam Newton, just in general, it's because of the things that he says doesn't align with his actions. How can you say women are devalued when you have a baby, but then you
because
go
it's a fact. Because it's a fact. It's not
the same way I can say a Ferrari is devalued every time he goes out of the stand. But I keep buying Ferraris. I know every time I get one second, please. I know every time I get the car and I drive it off the lot, that car will be devalued. I'm not being hypocritical just because I like another one and another one and another one.
Great analogy. As soon as you drive that muff off the lot, you are losing value. You can't even give it back at the same price. It's going to drop precipitously depending on if you bought it at MSRP. So it's the same thing with a woman, just being honest. Just because a guy has already had you, maybe you have kids, if you go back out there on the market, you're going to be judged by that. Don't mean mom ain't going to pick you up. We buy used cars all the time, but it's definitely going to be different.
This affect and be like in cars. If a man says a woman is being devalued by having sex with me and having kids, and I keep getting more woman, that has nothing to do with the situation. I just like woman, just like I like cars, just like I like food. What's the problem with it?
Another thing is the fact that he doesn't.
My thing is this: if every woman is devalued, just when a man touches us, why would it be an incentive for us to be touched by men? If every time a man touches us,
please, Jess. Remember when I told you that
this is not like a collectible item that you're going to put up on a shelf. Of course, we don't want y'all to have all these bodies or whatnot and all this trauma. But we might have, I got a lot of figures in here that I have inside of the box. I'm not going to open those, but y'all, that's not the same because what I have is meant to still go inside of y'all. So we can't do it like that.
I agree with you. Let me ask you this question and then you guys got it, right? Is the girl Lily Phillips that... No, but let's talk about, right? Is the girl Lily Phillips that had sex with 1,000 men in one day less valued than she was before she had sex with 1,000 men in one day? Is she more valuable or less valuable?
Absolutely, she's less valuable.
Okay. So Jess, that's the point.
I think health-wise.
But here's the thing.
But you don't have a problem with. She can do whatever you want.
That woman could be healthier than you. Stop it.
Because she's a body, I believe that Jess will say that woman can do whatever she wants, but you still can have an opinion that if a woman lets 1,000 men run a train on her on the same day, she has less value than she had before. You're not contradicting yourself. It's just a fact.
Here's the thing. He's being.
So you don't think that her having 1,000 bodies of her does not devalue her on a sexual standpoint, but only on a health standpoint? You can't do that. You got to make a clear point on that.
When Cam Newton says that and he does what he does,
he also retracted it and apologized for saying it because he knew he was wrong.
Because he's a coward.
No, that's
because he's gonna get canceled.
Because she didn't.
Hold on, y'all. Let Angry Man land, y'all.
No, he just knew what he said was wrong.
No, it's her.
Yeah.
Y'all see the lady. Y'all see the lady right now. The men aren't cutting y'all off. Y'all realize this, right? It's ladies first, right?
For once in our lives.
Just saying, no, man, that's okay, Jazz. That's cool. No, we don't be. This is what happens and why you start getting cut off.
This is what y'all do. Y'all invite
even when we if we cut you off,
Wally, there's no need for it, Jazz. Today you're being unfair, Jazz, because we kind of, Jazz, you saw the show Friday. Me and Ali talked the whole show. Today we chilling. No, Jazz. Today we chilling. You know what's funny, Jazz? Everybody comes to the end of the show says, Ali and Fatty talking a lot, and my question is like, who didn't
not talk?
Who didn't got their thought off completely on the show? And the answer is nobody. You are saying what you need to say. Melanie did what you need to say. So if y'all feel y'all didn't say something, then raise your hand and you got it. Angry Man, finish your point. Kanisha, and then we have to introduce Peaky and the rest of the panel there on the bottom. Go ahead, Angry Man, finish your point.
Okay, so when Cam Newton says that, and then he goes and does what he does, he's definitely being a hypocrite. You can call him out for that. However, it does not negate the fact that what he said was a fact.
Yeah.
The way our society is structured, women who go out and mess with multiple men, it does devalue them. That's a fact. Even if he's guilty of doing that, even if he's guilty of having multiple baby mamas, that does not negate the fact that he stated. Does it make him a hypocrite? Absolutely. But it's still a fact.
Yeah. Was it that she's dating multiple men, or once she has a baby, she loses her value?
Yeah.
Which one is it?
He said a baby. He said a baby.
So once a woman has a baby, she loses her value.
She don't lose it. It just changes, and the next person is going to judge you off of that, possibly depending on who the person was who got you impregnated, depending on the age that you're at. It's pros and cons to both situations, and we just got to be very honest as to how people are going to perceive us in the dating market based on our decisions.
Yep.
No, I think it
loses value. She doesn't lose her value.
He's not married, yes.
And we have a genuine conversation. If a man loses his money, y'all know he loses value. Okay. And if a man loses,
yes, he does.
Yes, he does.
Because I don't attach a man's value. No, I don't attach a man's value. If my man,
Jad, you see you do that every time. Jad, I can't even get my thought off.
But that's you personally. That's you.
Jazz, I can't get my. You still gonna go, Jazz. But if I was doing that to you, you'd be like, Ali, you not let me talk.
Okay,
hold on, Ali. That's you. That's you personally. That's you.
Y'all got it.
That's you personally.
Hey, man, you already selected that guy. You already probably love that guy if you actually love him. So if he lost his job, you would still work with him. It might be a time limit for some women, or you might say, you know what, I'm gonna hold this man down. So it's not the same opposed to a girl trying to seek a guy and he fell on his luck. She's still going to judge him based off of the fact that he's down on his luck at the moment.
But look, Ali, let me say this, Ali. Let me say this, Ali. That's you personally. There may be women up here on this panel that say, okay, if a man loses money, he doesn't lose his value. But as a society, if a man is broke, he is not viewed as a valuable man. That's a reality.
That's
let's break. Y'all want to keep it real because y'all don't like the truth. Y'all not loyal. Hold on, Jazz. Please stop talking, please. Please. Y'all are not loyal. A lot of y'all is trash. A lot of y'all don't want to perform in the household. A lot of y'all are inconsistent. A lot of y'all can't keep 1, 2, 5, 6 men, got a roster, ain't stayed with the last guy you was with. It makes sense for a man to deal with multiple women in today's day and time. And it made sense that they were dealing with multiple women in the beginning of time. Because y'all always go after the best guy, majority. There's a minority of women who will pick up these AirPods and go, you know what? I like these AirPods. I'm going to stick out with these AirPods for the rest of my life. Majority of y'all, you'll get the man that you wanted, and you can't deal with what comes with that man. So either he a strong man, he toxic, he a weak man, he ain't got no backbone. Y'all don't stay with nobody. But I will say it again repeatedly. If Peaky had 10 women, if Angry Man had 10 women, if Fatty had 10 women, if Ali had 10 women, no matter what they came with, I'm still gonna bust them down at the end of the night because we actually love women. Y'all use
and then they'll poison you and their children will fight among each other.
Hold on real quick. Y'all created hoes. Y'all created whores. You created prostitutes. And then at the end of the line, you went, you know what? I don't want to be a prostitute anymore. I don't want to be a hoe anymore. And nobody should judge me for my past. You should accept me for who I am right now. That's the problem with the market. Y'all have destroyed the market because you are the market. If you want to be wives, we're going to be husbands. If you want to be whores, we're going to keep knifing you and piping you down. And we're going to have kids out of wedlock and babies going to come out of that until y'all actually stay with the man, be loyal with the man, and deal with the man you actually love no matter what he does. But since everything...
no matter what he does can still be subjective. I'm just being honest when it comes down to exactly what someone does. I don't agree with any and everything.
It's about you. Every time something doesn't go your way, every time you don't get control, every time you don't get the last way, every time you don't get treated like the man you trying to be or want to be with, you treat the man like the woman, and then the relationship falls apart, and then you complain about being a single mother or being by yourself, and then when it gets too hard, you pretend to lie to everybody that you're happy being alone. But if you see when you get to 40 and 50 years old, there's a whole bunch of videos about y'all complaining about being old and by yourself. So again, if you want to change the market, change the women. Ain't got nothing to do with the men.
Yeah, and I don't.
Ali was cooking. He was cooking because the women are the market. See, us as guys, we have to be very careful on how we move. Every decision in life, from our 20s to our 30s, nobody's saving us. Nobody on a chariot is going to come and just rescue me for doing nothing. But for women, you can live the crazy lifestyle in your early 20s, and you can come back and be saved by some super rich guy just because you look attractive. And you ain't even got to be the most attractive. You just bring the right vibe and make him feel special, and you is saved. So it's a different game that we have to play. And I understand, I appreciate him actually giving this call out, because it has to set it into perspective to the reality that we face opposed to reality women face.
One second, Coco, please address it. And then 1 second, please, friends. And then I need Peaky to actually get in it. So then, friends, just let him get his thought out. Friends, we need $150 on the Cash App and PayPal. There's 900 people watching the show. Come on, friends. Lord, don't let me get slim. I'm starving over here, okay?
Come on, friends.
2 a.m. Please support the Hamburger Fund and support Mr. Ilkan. Make the printer ring and say
cha-ching.
Go ahead, Coco, uninterrupted, and then Peaky.
Yeah, what I don't understand about the Cam argument is men will be upset with Cam, but these same women will still deal with the Cam Newtons and the Nick Cannons. Like the men that you complain about are the men that you're looking at. And I know this because women always keep on saying that these men want to cheat. No, the men that you're attracted to are the cheaters. You're not attracted to the honest guy. It is not most men that want to cheat. Most men may desire a lot of women, but most men cannot sustain a whole bunch of women.
Facts.
So that's the contradiction that I hear a lot of women say. You do not want the square. You do not want the nice guy. You do not want the guy who's awkward. No, you want the player. You want the guy that all the women want, and then you complain about that guy because he is exactly the guy that you desire.
I want to piggyback off of what she has said. See, there's a checks and balance system to the place that we live in. You have men that have higher testosterone, higher libido. You have some men that have more average. You have some that have low. Women, y'all have the pick of the litter when it comes down to if you get with a hypersexual man, understand what comes with those hypersexual problems. That's just like us as guys picking a woman who might not be as freaky or a woman who might be a nympho. There's going to be problems possibly with both of them. But the nympho, guess what? Be aware that she might go out and get some more D because yours just ain't enough. Possibly. So we have to still understand that this world gives us so many checks and balances to mitigate certain risks, to compensate for overly imbalanced situations.
The second point about Ali that you said that all men want, no, men, y'all don't want to deal with and take care of 5 different crazy.
You must be crazy. You must be crazy. You must, hey Coco, don't do that, please. Hey Coco, if man can do it, hey Coco, please, before you say, hey Coco, I gotta interject. Okay, you usually on point. That's if a man had, and this is the thing, right? Y'all can work now. If we can go back in time where we living off the land, a man can deal with 5, 10 women. Are you crazy? We was already hold on, Coco, please hold on. Hold on. I know it sounds good to your ear to feel like the man is just supposed to be monogamous, right? A lot of men is exercising self-control and they be being monogamous to that woman that they love, especially they got kids. They're not trying to tear that family apart.
That's true.
But for the most part, a man can deal with multiple women. Are you crazy and be in love with multiple women? And we can do all, and that's our nature. We're controlling and suppressing our nature, and it's still not good enough. And we're emasculated
culture that supports that and has done that.
So why are you saying that's not true?
Monogamy is a European standard.
Before they get into it, I know for a fact I could have 2 wives. I know I could love multiple women. And let's say if I was in a situation like that, I would have both of them doing different things. I would put them to work, just being honest. I would put them to work. They'll be doing different roles. One might be a little more feminine. The other one might be a little more masculine, but it would balance itself out to where we would actually be a unit and make this thing grow and build. See, let's just continue the conversation.
Monogamy is a European standard.
Can I finish, please?
We have to let Coco finish, and then y'all guys got it.
I'm sorry, Coco. I'm sorry.
What I'm saying is,
so having integrity is your
has promoted it for hundreds and thousands of years. The problem, though, is that to deal with multiple women is to deal with multiple headaches and multiple problems. And then also within the different families, you have siblings within one woman's family that has an issue with the siblings within the second woman's family that has issues with the first wife, and then that husband has to deal with the competition between the women, and then you have to deal with the children plotting against the other children. Or
this is what you call self-sabotage. You giving up hypotheticals that we don't even know what might even happen. She's talking about second removed cousins, in-laws or whatnot. What are you talking about, ma'am? We just talking about the basis of a man having multiple women and building something off of that.
Hold on, my turn.
Hold on, Melanie. Y'all don't let her finish. Hey, y'all so froggy. Let her finish. It's fine. We have time. Go ahead, Coco.
Fatty on one tonight. He's just a little too bubbly and happy.
I'm not saying that man can't deal with it, man have to deal with it. It doesn't lead to the best outcomes because there's a lot of infighting. There's a lot of fighting for land. There's a lot of fighting for position. There's a lot of things that happen when a man has multiple wives and multiple concubines or whatever. It's not just everyone's gonna get along. No, it doesn't work that way.
Hey, so
polygamy is a rich man.
Hold on. Y'all love the fact that you can live all. And Coco, usually, like I told you, I usually agree with you. A man who don't give a damn ain't got no problems. If you don't give a damn about you, if you don't give a damn about them kids, if you don't care about give a damn about supporting you, he don't got no problems. The man that the women are fighting for and trying to be with to make them care for the kids, make them care about them, those are the actual relationships and how relationships supposed to be. The reason why y'all can keep running all these men through the mud and go, man, I don't want to deal with that. Men can't deal with 10 women because they care about all those 10 women. But if majority of the men who winning, like the Cam Newtons, the Nick Cannons, the dudes that's rich is going through women, they don't give a damn about your feelings. They don't give a damn about their kids' feelings. They got to invest in their father. They got to care about their father.
Hold on. I think he went a little far by saying that they might not care about their kids' feelings or the women. I think the women, see, you got to think about it. These women that they're probably dealing with are so extreme to where it just makes them have to break up. These men are still loving and caring for these women. It's just the women don't actually want to stay in the situation that they signed up for.
To share dividends with them.
But
so
Ali,
the way Western society, and I'm landing.
You can't say they don't care about their kids though. That's crazy.
No. I'm not.
But Ali, you missed one part.
Man, let me just land it real quick. It's a misunderstanding, Melanin, what I'm saying, because what I said. So let me switch what I say. The man does love his women and children, right? But he is not. If they're not investing in him and caring about what he's talking about, you can go to hell. That's what it used to be in the past. Today, men are trying to keep their families together and still operate with women and their children that don't really respect the father because the mother taught the kids to disrespect their father. All I'm saying is that through the course of time, the women earned her keep and she kept her keep. She made sure the kids honored their father. She made sure she took care of the household. She made sure she supported him. Now, y'all think y'all can get away with y'all want to get away with, and y'all know majority of y'all are headaches because a guy cares about you. But most like Fatty can do his thing all he wants to. He ain't got no problems because he don't give a damn about what these women are talking about, and they still want to be with him. He's living in the safest, best position that most men can be in, but most men don't want to do that because they still thinking about what women talking about.
But Ali, you're missing. We're missing the biggest part of this.
Let me get in there, man.
We're missing the.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, bro, how you just cut Angry Man off like that, man? So let me get in that real quick. No.
I agree with Ali. A lot of what's being said from women on the panel right now is disingenuous. You know what I'm saying?
How you hop in there just to agree? You ain't say nothing new. Bro, don't do that again, please.
Coco, you can't go on a tangent and draw up this whole narrative about how much of a headache it would be for a man to be in the situation. The only reason that it's a headache is because one woman got to be over here and one woman got to be over here and one woman got to be over here.
No, they're all in the same compound. I'm saying women are headaches. Y'all are missing my point.
Hey, Coco, it's fine. Let him.
It's a base or something.
Finish. It's fine, Coco.
You won't ever agree based off what you're saying, your own logic, your own rhetoric. There are not a lot of good men available. But of the good men, those men are mostly taken. Therefore, if you want a good man, it is, I'm not saying this is what you saying, I'm saying this is rhetoric across social media platforms. The percentage of good men is low. You understand what I'm saying? So it is in your best interest to attach yourself to a good man if he has a family or not. And if he does have a family, then it's in your best interest for you and her to get on the same page. If you and her is on the same page, then I mean, when she get a car, that don't mean that you just want a new car now. You gotta wait. You know what I'm saying? Like, it can work, and it's a positive thing.
It can.
Because in terms of Cam Newton, he has the resources available. Obviously, he's created enough families, but the reason it may be presented as a headache or a bad thing to the public is because everybody's not under one roof. Everybody's not under one guideline.
Well, Cam doesn't have a legit, I guess we could say, poly type relationship. He still supports and takes care of all his baby's mothers, but he also takes care of their families as well with the guys that they're with. See, that's what some guys probably wouldn't agree with. We're saying if a man has multiple women and then he creates his own family and they stay together, Cam's a little bit different because he's still supporting all the situations that he had and more.
That's because of a woman. You know what I'm saying? You have to recognize.
Coco, you are
that, or not envy. I ain't gonna say hatred. Well, I will say envy. You have to recognize that women are very envious of one another,
that is true,
and of the haves and the have-nots. Like, the Jones effect is in full effect with women.
Carlos Miller said it on when he was talking to Poor Minds, that a lot of y'all can't play all the roles that multiple women could actually fulfill. But women are selfish by nature. They would want to take the guy and keep him all to himself. It's only the guys who are able to say, you know what, no, I'm gonna have multiple, to where that woman would just have to agree to it. And I think ultimately women still, they're okay. A lot of them already do it now. They just don't want to. They don't want to be in their face. They're already playing side chick roles. They're already playing the mistress. So women are dealing with it with the denial aspect to it.
So
that's my point.
Hey, friends, 1 second, friends. Coco, please make notes, because you're going to have the chance to rebuttal. Let Angry Man and Melanin say what they need to say and interrupt it. And then you are the antagonistic. You can reply to Peaky, to Melanin, and Angry Man. Angry Man, Melanin interrupted, and then Coco. Go ahead.
So it's one, we live in a culture now where people try to be monogamous, even though there's a lot of young folks that's starting to be polygamous, right? So number one, you said something that was incorrect, Coco. It is a man's nature. If a man has multiple women, that is his natural state, whether we like it or not. That's his natural state. And you said that women are a headache. No, women have become a headache.
Oh, damn.
Back in the day, when men had multiple women, those multiple women did not bicker with that man. They didn't go back and forth with that man. That man, whoever his first wife was, whoever his first wife
That's
was,
right. That's right.
Whoever his first wife.
Nigga Ali on one tonight. That's right. That's right. Eat the cake out of me.
Wasn't right though, Ali.
Let it. God damn it! Let him finish.
Whoever his first wife was, she was the one that was over the rest of the women. So whatever issues the women had, they would bring it to the first wife. The first wife would bring it to the man. He wasn't dealing with no argument with a whole bunch of women. And to say that men can't handle multiple women is kind of ridiculous, because y'all are doing that today anyway. Most of these guys out here have multiple women in their lives, multiple women that they take care of, even when they're monogamous. So even when you have somebody like me, I have a wife. Okay, I have one wife.
Hey, everybody quiet, like, oh, this nigga about to expose himself.
But I have multiple women I'm responsible for.
Yeah.
I have my mother I'm responsible for. I have numerous women that I have to deal with on a regular basis. I have
Look at Jazz, bro. Jazz, you so disingenuous. You thought he was about to expose himself and say he had another chick. Come on now.
Niece, my niece and my mother get to arguing. They come to me. I gotta clear shit up.
That ain't poly.
So
still taking care
okay,
of
I'm not talking about poly.
But we
let him land, Jazz.
I'm not talking about poly. I really thought you were intelligent, Jazz.
No, I thought we were talking about
okay,
poly.
well, I transitioned.
Hey, friends, we are responding to Coco and being nice to let y'all go, and y'all getting distracted by side comments. If you're on the side, let people finish their thoughts so Coco can reply, and then we'll open the panel for everybody, okay?
The point that I'm making, see, you focused on sex. That's your issue, Jazz. The point that I'm making is that there are men out here right now that are responsible for multiple women as far as their responsibilities financially and all of that shit.
That's real.
So to say that men can't deal with multiple women, that's incorrect. Men can deal with multiple women. It's their natural state to do so.
Okay, Coco, were you referring to a man that's taking care of women in his family that he can't handle, or a man having multiple intimate physical relationships with multiple women and having to provide not only emotional and physical support by way of sex and intimacy, but also financing multiple women? Which one were you actually referring to?
I was speaking to a man who marries multiple women. That's it.
Thank you.
I'm speaking.
Can I respond to that? Can I respond to that?
You're talking about a man, and you're talking about a man that
Can I respond to that? Can I respond to that?
It was clarified, and then Melanie go next, and Coco can reply. Go ahead.
So number one, Jazz, you've never been married. If you've ever been married, you understand that when you're in a marriage, sex is not the biggest part of that relationship.
We're not talking about sex.
Sex is not the biggest part of that relationship.
You are talking about sex. You just call him out for saying that he takes care of women in his family, but you said, "Oh, that's not a poly thing." You're not, we already know you're insinuating that you're not effing those women. Come on now.
If you're if a man is in a poly relationship, right? If a man has multiple wives. And a lot of this comes from the Islamic background, where men took on wives because they were widows. They weren't having sex with those women. So you don't even know what you're talking about. We're talking about a man's responsibilities. Yes, Coco was talking about polygamy or whatever, right? But what I'm saying is that it is a man's natural state to be able to deal with multiple women mentally, which is the biggest issue.
Yep.
Because she was saying that women are a headache.
Okay, so once Jazz, 1 second, because you clarified, and now we know.
You know the difference. Like, why are you even trying to play that little game? You know the difference because you said it earlier, but then you tried to say that you're not talking about sex. Come on now.
What everybody talking about? Let Melanin go, Coco go, and then we'll open the panel for the people on the bottom. Go ahead, Melanin.
Angry Man said a lot of where I was going, but monogamy is also a European.
I think I'm gonna leave it right there, y'all. I think it was a great conversation. I don't want this to be super duper long, and it's gonna be a lot of the talking points just back and forth whatnot, but this was a great conversation. I think Ali was on one tonight. Angry Man came in not angry, just more peaceful to his rebuttals to Jazz. I think because he's already probably blew up on her before or whatnot. So Angry Man came at it very, very smooth. Fatty, moderating the night, kind of chilling, doing his thing. But I think Jazz she started out, like I said, okay, to where I agree with some of her points, to where when it comes down to a man being honest, I do believe, especially as you get older, and in the times that we live in, see, we're not back in the day. So you can't go around here just like not letting your partner know exactly what's going on, because we are in an advanced time period. Like, every moment is critical. Every situation matters. So you can't just move super reckless. So if you are going to be connected and bonded with a woman, I do believe that it's best to be honest, to say that, hey, I want to do the poly thing. I want to have multiple women. I want to move how I want to move. And then you have to give her the right to actually accept and agree to it fully. But after that, every other point just became very disingenuous as to, I don't want to say lack of accountability, but never really pointing at what the role women play in the market or society or just dating in relationships. It always still goes back to what the man is doing. The man wants to, play the field. The man wants to be disingenuous, but then you want to say that it's okay for guys to go out there and bust a man down. Bust multiple chicks down. And we all know that women are not okay with that. They're going to cause a fuss about men doing that. Like, that's one of the biggest things. And there's the thing about it, they could just be in the dating phase. And if the guy's doing that, they're going to complain about that. So we can't sit right here and say that people are going to just sign up and be okay. And then if men are built to handle multiple women, I think, like I said, I gave the analogy earlier, not even an analogy, but the comparison between high testosterone, high libido to low. There's a broad perspective of men in between that. You can get you a more emotional man. You can get you a more stoic, logical, you could say just toxic masculinity type of guy, which I don't think that exists. You can get you any type of man out there. So, but the thing about it is, I think women really don't know what they want, because they'll sit right here and say that they don't like these toxic masculinity type of guys, but everything they say, it points back to that. They don't want the soft guy. They don't want the guy that's weak, who doesn't have a backbone. That's not attractive for them. But the guy who got the balls to tell you to shut up, slap you around, move you around, and don't prioritize you, that's more attractive because it gives them something to chase. So we got to be very honest on the way how women actually select, just like the way how men select. We might select sometimes off, I'm not saying sometimes, we select off of stupid reasons. But it takes people to become a little more intelligent, maybe with age or whatnot, to where we can select properly. But at the same time, women will say that they mature faster than men, and mentally, I don't believe that to be so. I believe that they mature physically faster than men, and that's where the advancement, or what's the word I'm looking for? That's where the maturity comes from. It comes from the body, not from the inside, because they still out here making horrible decisions at their way more intelligent or advanced self. So we can't sit right here and say that that's the case. And even as they get older, they still show that they make the same bad decisions. So, man, make sure y'all like the video, comment below. Shout out to Fatty, the Untouchable Empire. Shout out to Angry Man. Shout out to Jazz, Melanin, Coco, Peak, everybody on the panel. Shout out to everybody. Jazz, this is not a attack at all. Know you probably gonna see this. Know you probably ain't gonna like it. Hey, man, it is what it is. Just take accountability. Make sure y'all like the video, comment below. I have a link in the description so y'all can watch it in its entirety. This is your guy JayBReacts, and until next time, y'all, peace.